Heading back home, coming from Winchester to Berryville area, and it really is just a really nice day. In some ways, should be on the bikes riding the motorcycles, but there's a motorcycle sheriff right there, and you can just see it's just such a beautiful scenery with the mountains. The mountains really, what is it about the mountains that give you that just really feeling of you being out in the country or the wilderness? Is that what it is? I don't know, but it's just really, and then you can see the clouds over the mountains shadowing parts of the area. So it's just a really pretty time of year, and for sure motorcycle riding time of the year for sure. But my daughter wants to have over some friends to go swimming today, so figured the motorcycle adventures would be on hold for today. And when I get back in, I like that guy's idea back at Tractor Supply. Just plug that motor in before you put everything together. That's a really good idea. He was so cool. He would have pulled up to me. He's like, let me give you a word of advice. And I'm like, I think I know what you're going to tell me. And he's kind of like, really? I'm like, yeah, your motor doesn't work. He's like, right. He's like, exactly. He's like, but hey, just plug the motor in before you put it all together. And I'm like, that's a pretty damn good idea. I like the way you think. So that's what I'm going to do for sure in this one. And I was at Tractor Supply yesterday, and actually I did walk around and look for a motor, just to see if it had a motor. I mean, you could buy a motor for $30. Yeah, I'd probably just buy a motor and put it to bed. If you get that message. Yes, people are tooting up the road. My hearing aid batteries are all dead, so my hearing's terrible. And I don't have any hearing aid battery. I probably do in here, but whatever. It gets old. I really wish the next round of hearing aids I get are going to be the chargeable ones, where I just put them in a rechargeable container each night. That's what my dad has now, because putting the batteries in is such a drag. It's never ending. Having to put batteries in your hearing aids, until you do it, you don't get it. So the next generation of hearing aids, but the thing is, Blue Cross Blue Shield, I used to be able to get new hearing aids every 3 years, and they reimburse me. Now it's every 5 years. So all the healthcare stuff, you pay more for less. I mean, once again, we're living in the age of more for less. Is anybody getting this? Is anybody waking up to what's going on? I mean, it really is. This road here, if you make a right-hand turn, this road can take you down some really nice back roads that'll work your way over to the river, like the video that I showed yesterday of us riding along the river as we come up to the mountain. Mount Weather Mountain, that's the name of this mountain here, because that's where the tower is for all the weather information. Yeah, Mount Weather Tower. And this is where the airliner crashed into the side of the mountain some back in the 70s. And believe it or not, this is no lie, my wife's father was the person on the scene taking pictures of that crash. Yes, that's a fact. But that was one of his positions, I believe, in the military as well. He took a photo of wreckage. Boy, how do you do that? He became a firefighter and all, and I can only imagine the people that are in that profession. How do you erase what you see? How do you unsee what you see? Oh my gosh, no thank you. That's not who I am. So yeah, it's a true story. My wife's father was the person on the scene of that Mount Weather airline crash, having to take all the photos. So, wow, right? Small world, right? As we come over the Shenandoah River, that eventually connects into the Potomac River. On this Friday, this holiday Friday, it's where a lot of people, I think, have taken off. The work attitude is on hold. So those people down there, all those people down there hanging out in the water tubing. go up the mountain. And at Mount Leather Mountain up top here, it is a good motorcycle run of being on top of the mountain. And believe it or not, you can ride that, and it's so shaded up there, you'll feel a difference of temperature when you ride your bike. It's a nice scenic route. Got some good little twisties on it and everything. If you live in this area, you definitely ought to come up here. And you just come to the top of the mountain here and make a right at a major intersection, and that will take you from Route 7 over to Route 50 on top of the mountain. And it's a really nice ride. A lot of people ride it, people walk it, people drive it. One thing about these diesel trucks, the amount of torque and power you have out of these things is just really incredible. I mean, these things, especially being you're not towing anything, so they just rock and roll up the mountain. It's just so much torque. It's really, even for me, hard to believe it. This thing has like 1,100 foot-pounds of torque, and a new high output, I think it is like 1,250, I think. 500 horsepower. That's pretty badass. Just beyond believable of what they're accomplishing with these diesel engines. I mean, wow. And in all sincerity, I could have bought a high output, brand new one if I wanted to, but I like the massaging seats. And I got a good deal on this. So I would have paid a lot more money for this platinum wise. So here you are. There's a nice brewery, I think, called the Bear Brewery. I think right up here it's very popular. But if you come up to the top of this hill here and you make a turn, Blue Ridge Mountain Road is the name of it. It'll take you across that mountain, and it's a really good thing. That guy's hauling butt. That guy there just about possibly T-boned that car back there. That guy's doing like 80 miles an hour, if not more. Hey, what do you do when you have a bunch of people over swimming in your pool? I tell you what you do. My daughter apparently has a few friends over, and I got to thinking, it'd be pretty cool is if we have a Jersey Mike's lunch. And I'm driving right by Jersey Mike's, and I think I'll get some sandwiches for us and see if that would maybe make the kid and her friends super happy. How about that idea, right? I think that's a pretty cool idea. Yeah, and I got front seat parking, or do I? This person seems to think they got front seat parking, but she gave me a wave to say that it's okay, which that's fine. I should probably just pull straight ahead if I was smart, but I'm not that smart, am I? Let's see if we make it work right here. And how many people are here on today's adventure? I did all right. All right, Jersey Mike's, $30. And those sandwiches right there, $30. I tipped them, so took care of them. But wow, and the place is lined up. I mean, these places are, they do well. Isn't that incredible to think about where we are in today's world? You spend $30 for some sandwiches. Is what it is, right? Just try to get out of here without hurting anybody. So that was pretty quick too. Thank goodness. I think the kid will be excited. I got her a Jersey Shore sandwich. My kid into Jersey Shore these days, and so I got her a Jersey Shore sandwich. Got everybody else a Club Supreme, and they're good. I mean, you do know if you go to this place, it isn't like their food is any good. Do you pay dearly? Yep, you sure do. But if you're the guy that runs this business, you're in this shopping center, what do you think the rent is? Between the rent, payroll, taxes, insurance, royalties, blah, 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 blah. And yeah, they do pretty good, but otherwise, yow. Onward we go. Let's see if I get a hold of the kid. Let's see if she even has her phone nearby. I'll be amazed if that's the case. She's in the pool, so I doubt it. Having too much fun, right? Yeah, That's my guess. All right, take her on in. I was thinking about going by and getting a weed whacker, and I don't know, man. I just have I'm having a hard time buying another damn weed whacker. Yeah, I mean, I just don't use the weed whacker like I used to. I used to be so much more, I guess, determined for the property look prestigious and perfect, and I just don't care. If it looks a little raggedy, it doesn't bother me. So part of me's like, I should get a new weed whacker, but then our party's be like, yeah, I'm not spending the money. Any of those stories? As we whip around home in the big old F450 likes to rock and roll. Well, my hearing aid batteries were dead, so back there at the Jersey Mike's, the guys are asking me all these questions. I'm like, huh? What? I can't hear you. Hello? What? Yeah, it's that bad. I mean, my hearing's terrible. And it's declining as I get older. So the deaf man talking. Yeah. Yeah, deaf and dumb. Is that kind of... As you get older, get deafer and dumber. Yikes. Who doesn't just love Bob Seager? Come on. Bob Seager, one of my favorites. And he so resonates with me with being younger and being around my trucks, growing up. I mean, just such a great singer and such great songs. I mean, sincerely, come on. Wowsker, the roads are empty. You can definitely tell a lot of people made the decision to take another day off after the 4th of July holiday. Can't blame them. I know if I worked for somebody and I could get a 4-day weekend, I'd be all over that in a heartbeat as well, because the roads are quiet, and this is a major back road thoroughfare. When the roads are busy on the main roads, everybody takes this road to get over to another road. So no complaints here on my side. And does the pool party last with the clouds? Do we get a storm or not? I don't think we are. So this is a good riding road for the motorcycle. Come back here, that's what I do. I ride my bike coming back in. This is really a lot of fun. Got to be a little careful though, because you can get at some pretty crazy speeds, and if the good old boy that's got the lights comes over the hill and just catches you right, you may be regretting that decision as you keep on getting up the road. And if you're kind of really paying attention to the videos, you can see it really is dry. Ain't breaking my heart, because it means I'm not cutting grass every week. Which this is probably the first summer for me in quite a while. I can remember not having cut grass like every freaking week. Even though we had a kind of a dry summer last year, but it just seems like the afternoon storms, we got water and other places didn't. Where we keep our horse, it was extremely dry. They're just on this side of the mountain, but on our side of the mountain last summer, the grass never stopped growing. It was so weird. But this year, it's definitely happening. Got a lot of opposers to the one to put another transmission line through this area to supplement more power for all the energy that's being sucked out of the. So many people are at home. You have many offices. So many homes now. What's the draw on electricity today versus just say like 5, 6, 7 years ago? It'd be interesting to see what the electrical companies would show on statistics of home use power has grown substantially because so many people work from home now. But they've seen a decrease in the big buildings as they rocket on home. And the F450, the thing just rocks. Today she seems to be behaving pretty well. I haven't been really noticing the walking challenges per se. Wow. I wish I was videoing. I'm going by the houses that have just been listed up on this road here. They're all under contract. So wow. So this area here, it'll be very interesting to see how long my neighbor's house stays on the market. I bet if any of these homes are any indication, I would say 60 days and it's going to be sold. Which, wow, just hard to believe. With what you hear of all the gloomer doomers, the gloomer doomer guys just say the whole housing market is in a shambles. But yet people up where I live are still buying houses. And Michael Badarno, whatever his name is down there in Miami, he claims you're going to be able to buy a house for half off. Man, I'm looking for the deals. Can anybody send me links to the houses that are half off? Sincerely. Send them. I know it's off kilter here on my YouTube channel today. Driving back home and I see these houses go up for sale, and it's just incredible on how I just noticed that they're under contract. Riding my motorcycle, I was just kind of not fixated on that. I was more fixated on paying attention to the road as we come into the Ice Age CV compound. All right, so in my house, how would you know who's there and who's not there, if you know what I mean? So the question is, how many dogs are out, or are the dogs out? All right, let's find out. None. I must be in the house. All right, anybody home? How many people live in this place? Yeah, right. Let's go find the puppy doggers. Let me see if I can do here a little closer, because my poor tree's dying. That's too bad. Alright, there we are. The Ice Age TV adventures, they continue on. The moment of truth. Was it worth it? Is it worth it to replace the back seat with this new cowl that I just bought for the motorcycle? So here's the original seat right here. And put that down on this motorcycle here. And right here is the new one, which I think looks really cool. It's really nice. So here's the new one. Look at this here. They color matched it to the bike, which I think is really cool. So now, question is, how does it look on the bike? And voila, there it is. What do you think? I think it gives the bike a much sportier look. I think I did well. So, wow. All right, everybody, that's it. It's a wrap. I think I did great. Got the Honda CBR Fireblades set up really cool. Bikes are matching now. But these are two totally different bikes. Anybody out thinks that this CB1000R or the CBR Fireblade are the same bikes? They're not. These are totally different design motorcycles. And so some out there may argue that, but no way. It's a different motorcycle. All in all, this is really a badass race bike. I think the little rear cowl thing is so cool in this. Figured out the key fob. It wasn't a battery problem. So now time to go chill out, or do I take apart my fan and put another fan together as I try to outsmart myself or outsmart Tractor Supply, right? So as always, it's always the adventure. You know, not even all the motorcycles are in here. I've got 4 more motorcycles in a trailer. It's crazy to think about how this garage is full of motorcycles, but it isn't even in my whole collection. So there's 4 more motorcycles in that trailer, and I've got another motorcycle sitting down in Florida at my brother's house. So there's 5 more motorcycles you don't even see. We've got a Harley-Davidson CVO 2021. We've got an Indian Chief Bobber. We've got a Indian FTR, and we've got a Honda CB650R sitting in that trailer. And then my Honda CB1000R is in Florida. So if I was to bring all his bikes out, this whole garage would be full. It would be full if I took the car out for motorcycles. Wow. Gee. Am I out of control? Yeah, I'm out of control. Stay tuned for more adventures. God bless. The moment of truth. Was it worth it? Is it worth it to replace the back seat with this new cowl that I just bought for the motorcycle? So here's the original seat right here. And put that down on this motorcycle here. And right here is the new one, which I think looks really cool. It's really nice. So here's the new one. Look at this here. They color matched it to the bike, which I think is really cool. So now, question is, how does it look on the bike? And voila, there it is. What do you think? I think it gives the bike a much sportier look. I think I did well. So wow.